Welcome to PLC 2. This video is on upgrading or updating your firmware in the CompactLogix PLC. We're going to use a special program. There's a couple different ways to do it, so I'm going to show you that, but we're going to use the preferred method. Alright, so again, if you open up RS links, I am connected USB currently, and that's the way I'm going to use it. So this is the one I'm going to work with. Alright. If I go into Studio 5000, if I create a new, actually, cancel that. I know it is this one. So we'll see if it's that one. So I come here, I'll just open it up. Open up Logic Designer. Takes a little while for this thing to get up and loaded. But I'll show you that it can be done through this version. Now, the important thing to remember when doing a firmware update is do not do anything else on the computer. So, probably going to, let's see, Who Active. So, I go to Who Active, and I can go right here to this update firmware. All right, and it can be done that way. You select the path. And it's trying to connect Ethernet wise. So that was probably the last time I had it hooked up. So I'm going to hit cancel. So if I go to here and go to that way. So there. Now I was connected Ethernet wise. And you can do it through the Ethernet. So you can do it through Ethernet. You can do it a lot of different ways. And you can do update firmware. So I'll show you that it is possible. So you're out in the real world and they're saying, no, you can do it a different way. But I'm going to use the USB-C cable. I got it plugged in already, and that's what I want you to use. So the first thing, you're going to come down here to the search bar, type in Control. And if you see ControlFlash Plus, that's the program you're going to use. Now, a couple things to be aware of, that you do have to have some things set up for this properly to work. Now yours box may come up short. So if it comes up like this, you have a bar here. I recommend first thing is go like this. Alright, we're up. Let's just do, if it doesn't ask you to refresh firmware, maybe it does. If it says, if a box pops up says, do you want to refresh firmware? Click yes. I'm going to just do it again here. This is what you'd get. You hit yes. We don't have a lot of firmware kits. We've got 32 and 37 is all we got. And I can select 32 to 30. So I'm going to leave it at 37. Click on my device. Now, if, I'm surprised it did it. So if you can't click this box, you may need to walk over to your PLC reach into the PLC, open up the door, and you may have to put it in program mode. So anyway, that happened to me earlier when I was trying to make these videos. I flipped my switch from program back to remote, or program, remote. But anyway, you may have to go flip that switch in the PLC because it may have a status indicator that says it is not ready. So that's what I was hoping to see on this one, but it didn't show it. So this time I can select it. You can do the drop down all, but you just need to select your device. If everything's grayed out, then look what's in this status. It'll tell you what you need to do. All right, we're hooked up with USB-C. I'm going to go next. Now, read and understand all warnings in the status column before. All right, so it's 32 in device. I'm going to 37. So we're going to upgrade our PLCs from 32 to 37 because that's what we got on our laptops. All right, read and understand all warnings. Attention if the secure digital card. Okay, so it's saying that if the secure digital card is locked and set to load on power up, this update may be overwritten. So we've not talked about that. I don't think anything's set. We'll get into that. I'll have to look at that. So let's go ahead and hit flash. All right. So we're going to update the firmware using this. It may take a little while. Your PLC, I'm looking at mine right now, it is flashing red because it is doing the update. So the OK light is flashing red, you will see that. And you see here on the screen that it's transmitting. And you do not want to do anything else. Just leave this computer sit, don't go surfing on any it. Because the one thing you do not want to go do is interrupt this and brick the PLC. So let's let it get a proper update. And then we'll go and see when we connect back into it, the Studio 5000, if it has been updated. So it doesn't really take too long a time, but this is the best way to do it. You can do it the other way. I've done it the other way. So that is a possibility to do. But again, either which way you do it, and whatever communication path you choose, just do not interrupt or unhook a cable. So make sure your laptop is sitting somewhere where it can't get disconnected. You know, if you're on Ethernet, hopefully you don't lose the Ethernet connection. So we've got update 2 of 4. So now it's going to update the 4 block. So again, just be patient. Go get you a cup of coffee or a drink, whatever. And make sure that you don't want anybody else messing with your computer. So do not get disconnected. So this may be what you'd have to do if you actually only had, if you had 37 in your laptop and you can't connect to it because the PLC's got 32, then you may have to go ahead and flash it. But we're going to end up, your assignment is going to be upgrade it to 37, and you'll follow these instructions. So the PLC light is still flashing red.
This is a test of the monthly Laker emergency.
Like I said, the whole key here is just be patient. And you should, you know, this is something you may have to do as you upgrade PLCs out in the real world, or again, your laptop has one version, but before you do it, you need to make sure with everybody involved that this is what you want to do. So there could be routinely updating, you know. In our case, you may have a PLC that's got a separate CPU module, and you upgrade the CPU, and it may not be able to use a previous version that you have. So, okay, so now, looking at my PLC, you can't see it. The light went green. It says it's okay. I hit close, and I hit done. Okay, so the device now is, the OK light is all green. We've flashed it. And now it does say that this device, from where we did it with the USB, has now 37 version in it. So I'm done with ControlFlash. Let's close it out. All right, let's go back in just real quick with RS links. That's a quick and easy check. I'm still connected USB. I don't have anything else hooked up. I'm going to wait and see. Okay, so it come up. I can get to it. These are still disconnected. I'm going to right click, go to module configuration, and now previously it was 32. It is now version 37. So I have successfully upgraded the firmware. So that was an easy check just using RS links. And now when you go and open up Studio 5000, you will have to select. So we'll see what happens here. It may come up with a mismatch. It may automatically choose it. If it's in there, hopefully it automatically chooses it. We'll see. Because that was the program that was in there. So hopefully it just automatically chooses the right firmware version. If it doesn't, then we may have to create a new project, but I don't think we'll have to do that. Okay, so I got the offline. I'm going to go online. Connecting to device. It may not let me. Let me see. Let me do who active. So last time I hooked to it, I was going through that. Now over here to USB. Take that one and hit go online. So again, now unable to connect the revision of the offline project. So sometimes you can get through this and do an update firmware. It'll come up unable the revision of the offline project and controls firmware are not compatible. All right, offline project. So update the controller's firmware. Select a compatible offline project or modify the project revision. So let's go cancel. So that's what I was wondering. It does not automatically do it. So we can file, close, file, new project. And we can go through here and we can click, we can give it a new name. Route 37. Next, and let's say 37. So, but anyway, the one focus I want to do is do the firmware, recheck, and so that is an issue that if you have an older file, that'll be another video. How do we convert a project that was created for 32 over to one that has 30. So let me see if I can upload it now. So I'll go on. Communication path is needed. Connect path. Set project path. I'm going to set it for this one right now. See if I can upload it out of there and see if it will convert it there. There is no project. Okay, so there's no project. So the firmware could have wiped out the whole project, so there's nothing in there. So we're going to look at another video of what we got to do to make sure our version is there. But I wanted to go through this to let you know that you can do different ways. So, you know, who active, You know, you can do the update firmware right through there. I like using the better version of ControlFlash.